Okay, my name is Shlomi Moyal. I've been doing Krav Maga since the age of 12, expert 2, but more than that, expert in the field of women and children for the last 15 years. We had projects coming in 20 years ago when the whole subject of women Krav Maga started. From then on, projects in high schools for years on end. I should say more or less around 10,000 women went in front of me. I instructed them in the last 15 years. It's a question like, is a knife on your neck a threat? Women are afraid. Women, when they go out on the street by themselves, have 30 seconds, 1 minute until they get to where they want to get. They're afraid, always. They don't talk about it, they don't say it, but they're afraid. They know that men are stronger, can hurt them, and this is why they must have this tool, this wonderful tool. Basically because they have to. They can have a choice and be afraid twice a week, 3 times a week, every time they walk by themselves alone, getting into a parking lot, getting into an elevator with a stranger. Or they can come, do a great class, a bit of fit, lose some weight while doing it, and get the confidence in themselves, in the technique that they have, and be sure that they can have a choice in whatever scenario they encounter. They must have it. Think as a mother, if you had a child, a daughter, would you want her to go into a class and learn how to defend herself? Then why don't you come? Women are afraid. They are afraid of admitting that they can be hurt. It's a fact. You can. You do. Look at the statistics. Why don't you do something about it? This is your choice. Obviously, when you go to Krav Maga class and you'll have 20 women in the class, do you feel the same? It's a different vibe, a different workout. They cannot concentrate. They cannot work hard as we do. They don't feel convenient with their bodies when there are men around. This is in context of the classes themselves. But the content is completely different. Women don't do punches. They have nails. They are used to this movement more than a punch. This will be the tool. Women don't need to do aggressive work and push-ups and sit-ups. They will always be inferior in power if a man comes and attacks them. They need different drills, different techniques, and a different workout in a seminar. If they want to come to a Krav Maga class and train like us, they're more than welcome. But most women don't. They need the tool, they need to protect themselves, nothing else. Let's start with the problems. Men and women are different. Most attacks occur with someone you know. More than 75% of attacks happen with someone they know. And the attack happens because there is a miscommunication. Men and women talk differently. They think differently. And on this ground, there are many problems that occur. A woman doesn't deliver a strong enough no. And a man says, okay, she wants me. I know she wants me. I'll try harder. If she really doesn't want it, she'll do something. And they don't. This is the basic ground for the problem that men and women have. And the idea of having women's seminar is not to have them do push-ups, sit-ups, and be strong. It's not that it is if you're strong, then you can deal with a man. It doesn't work that way. We have a story of a student coming to a seminar after years of being a fighter, a real fighter, fighting women in rings and men in rings. She can kick both of our asses very easily, at least try. Still, when she went to a football match with a friend and he put a hand on her thigh, she acted like a woman. She tried to move it aside slowly with her hand, thus saying to him, I don't want it. Take your hand away. But a man, if you do this to a man, he understands, don't do it now, I don't want people to see. Do it later. As he tried again. And she was starting to flush and then went to the toilet and came back and didn't know what to do with herself. This behavior happens to women that don't understand men, the way men talk. It has nothing to do with power. You need to understand how men work, how they think, how to act, so they will stop their behavior. It has nothing to do with power. The reason men should teach and not women is because we are the enemy. We know best what happens if a woman kicks us in the groin. No woman can do that. And no woman will believe she can do a release from a choke, a headlock, or a knife threat if the attacker would be a woman. She can be the biggest woman around, with muscles from here to the mountains. Still, she's a woman. When a man grabs you, holds you, chokes you, and you do a release, and you see it works, you believe it. We are the enemy. When you are the instructor for women, you become a spy. You tell them all the little things that men don't want them to know. Don't kick us in the groin. Don't hurt us there. Don't attack us in the face and where and how. That's why men must be the instructors. Basically, it's like having a girlfriend and then getting married. It's two different stories altogether. The minute you get married, it's much more complicated. You know Krav Maga, it's one thing, it's very good, it will help you. But to instruct women, you need to understand the women's mind, the way they think, their problems, their issues with their body and with the surroundings. The women instructor course give you these tools, give you the correct exercises, give you the techniques, different techniques. Women Krav Maga has different curriculum altogether. The attacks are different, the situations are different, the solution is different, and the teaching, obviously.